How did this happen? Well, Complexity, with their back against the wall, pulled off a comeback that would go down in history, and today I will break down how financial trouble, overconfidence and more allowed Complexity to win 14 rounds straight to send Astralis to the lower bracket of Blast. Going into this round, Complexity know they has to play perfect for the next 10 rounds at least to be able to have a shot at winning this match. And the best tip for this is not to think about winning 10 rounds in a row, that's almost impossible at the highest level, but if you take it one round at a time, it becomes much easier to imagine. Complexity are set up with a 1-1-3, with 1 player long, 1 connector and 3 on B. A very default setup, where you want your connector player to try to get an opening kill or hold it down, while the 3 players on B are to ensure the B hold will be strong, while Astralis are going for 1 player in con, 1 on B and 3 towards middle. Again, a very default setup to counter Complexity setup, to focus more players where Complexity are the weakest, middle. And here it all starts with the Astralis player in connector using a smoke and molotov to keep a leech in top con. And if you're a leech, you have to wonder why Astralis wants him to be in stairs. And while a leech is feeling the pressure in connector, his teammates tries to help by blowing away the smoke and door, so JT and Short can get a look into connector and maybe catch the player off guard and help a leech. And this works in 2 ways. JT can force the Astralis player to look for him on Short, or force the Astralis player into here. And then a leech can pre-fire to try and find his kill and help himself in con. And this is what happens. Borup is not seen by JT or Floppy. Has to go to the corner, and here a leech can find his kill onto him and free himself to push bottom con or into water. And Borup, before dying, tried to break the smoke in con to maybe get a kill since he realized he might be out of the round, and wanted to get a kill or some information for his team. While all of this is happening in connector, we can see Astralis starts to take middle, and the timing here is great. Stair clears connector before crossing over towards banana, and right after a leech pops up in con stairs. And right now this is cleared for Astralis, so will the 2 other mid players be ready for a leech? But a leech overstays his welcome and walks out since he do not want to leave Halzerk alone. And here, when walking out, Stair turns around and here finds a leech, and the game is back to a 4v4. Stair uses this utility to set up his teammates on A for a fake. And here Halzerk meets this with a banana flash so he can peek banana with the scout. And here Halzerk finds Stair, but only tagging him. And Astralis on match point are up a man, and has killed both players who started on A. This, as Astralis know, will force some Complexity players to rotate up. And here Astralis needs to make the correct decision on where to execute A or B. Grim walks up to A and 2 players stays on B, and then Blamef would go to fake A, while the rest of Astralis wants to do a B execute. Split between Monster and 2 players on Short. Grim wins the 1v1 against Blame, and here on Short, after Astralis loses the fight, it's full panic, and speed is the name of the game in the 3v3 and with 40 seconds left. And Floppy and JT are perfect positioned for this. I can find 2 kills and make the games into a 2v1 for call. And here, Complexity's comeback officially started.
On A, but he will best blame F. Okay. Low health for 2 of the 3 remaining. Maybe Complexity now is your chance. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe you just need to believe. Not only in yourself, but in those around you. Device.
Oh my god.
Sick kill on Floppy. Grim is there to close it.
Complexity starts the round with a fun setup, and here Molotov's ramp but smokes it as well. Something odd you might think, but the smoke blocks vision for Astralis to middle and fountain, while the Molotov stops Astralis in entering playground without making noise. Then Complexity are 4 players on B, so all of the utility Halzerk uses are to make sure he can hold on A and middle alone, while Astralis are going for a similar setup like last round we broke down, where there are 1 in con, 1 on B and 3 towards middle. But one player with a smoke out is fast to smoke the Molotov and then run into playground. Astralis Molotovs the balloon spot for an AWP to be allowed to walk into middle and to help Stair walk out and maybe find a kill. But Halzerk's on the flash Astralis throw is able to walk away and back to toilet. So while Complexity lost main and middle control, a leech and JT were able to take full on short control. So again we are seeing Complexity and Astralis focus on different zones of the map. But Complexity will not just give away all of this to Astralis. That's a death sentence. And here nades the door in hope to open up con and force Astralis not to push much, since playing in water and just controlling the door opening is quite strong. Complexity rotates 2 players from B to A, and this is done since now they have 1 water control as well as getting partial con control. And this is a way for them to be able to let the B defender be weaker. And are going 2 players long to play in this corner, and then a leech to play backside and hold banana and toilet for his long players. Astralis can't do anything with the mid control, since Complexity are controlling some parts of long and are not giving Astralis anything, so they walk back and opts to go B, which is correct to do since here Complexity are only 2 players. But those 2 players has a great setup for monster rush, not for a split push by Astralis. And Astralis, without waiting for the short player, wants to execute for monster, where JT will take first contact and then Floppy will swing after JT dies or a flash is popped. And here Astralis wants to be fast, since they are afraid Complexity will understand that A is open and rotate over. On first contact, Astralis flashes over, and here JT and Floppy can get 4 kills. And Stair alone in short is being pushed from Con, and Complexity takes the round.
Just simple as hell. Hope their entries are perfect.
Man.
Come in low telegraph. And the CTs, to be fair, have not taken that much space back. They finally will go forward with this protocol, but it's on the other side of the map right now.
Liege is delayed as well. They're taking bathrooms control. Liege now starting to come down. 25 to the clock. JT's going to have to do something here. He will mow down Borup. Floppy instantly gets one as well. Device, though, trade frag back. And it's JT to hold the line.
Control.
Beautiful headshots coming out of JT as the comeback continues slowly but surely.
The last few rounds, Astralis has felt the pressure of the economy in the game, where they have needed to save and not been able to kill many players in the save, force or full buy rounds. And their money is still super weak, meaning if they lose this round, they need to save up and give Complexity round 23. And then Complexity with the momentum will have the higher chance of winning it. The Complexity are back to the trusted 1-1-3 setup with the Leech in mid using utility for toilet, and then Halsrock on long with an AWP and wants to be up here to get an amazing off angle for long and tease if they want to swing him. Astralis are going 2 players in con, 1 in middle and 2 on B. Their goal now is to take Monster and con first and maybe fight for a short control, or use the solo player in middle to fight for control of middle with the con players. So right now Astralis has many options. Astralis wants to test out the waters, and here, after the Molotov in Monster stops to burn, Astralis uses this flash and then have 1 player peeking with it. But here we again can see Complexity using the trusted Monster setup. When the flash pops, Floppy is blinded and being hit. JT can spring to action and help his teammate to stay alive and try to find a player peeking to kill Floppy. Stair takes a break and wants to go down the slide, to slide a little bit. No, this slide allows you to walk on top of it, and if you jump spot, in case a Complexity player is on balloons, you might be able to see him. Device has now joined up in middle, while Borup in top con, where they want to win back middle control, but Stair want to test the water on long. And now that Astralis can take middle control, Stair should be waiting for his teammate to take it before he takes long, so they can have some pressure, but a Leech, who by now has left middle, is on long, looking here to be the anti-flash, while Halsrock to peek and take the attention away from the long player. Stair jump spotting is able to find Halsrock but can't kill him, and the Leech, who sits patiently and waiting, is able to find his kill, and Complexity do now have the man advantage. As well as while all of this is happening, Grim have rotated up and has gotten toilet control, so all of the map control focus for Astralis is lost. So Astralis runs through con to go B, and this is something Grim will hear. And here the anchor duo again prevails, finding 3 kills, 0 deaths, and Astralis loses a crucial round.
JT leveling up alongside Halsberg and Grim will hold Buzz at bay. Oh, wild blind, just enough shots to get the better of Borup. And now Device and Blame F stuck outside of the B site. Support is inbound and Floppy holds it again. Complexity are taking this streak of round wins to double digits.
The positioning from JT right there, he was open to the flash go. As you can see the entire thing. If he was hugging the wood wall, he just would have eaten it and they would both died.
Complexity kicks into new gear. So far this game and this comeback, Cole has played a very slow and scared approach on the CT side, always giving up con, mid and monster control. And what a time and a round to switch up to try and catch Astralis off guard. And this will either work perfect or lose Complexity the comeback. Complexity again has 2 players middle and 3 towards B, so what's the difference? Well, they go for the same smoke and Molotov setup, but now Halsrock rushes down connector and peeks out, and just spots Borup jumping to the side, while the Leech are fast to run towards long, but not to the rock or the boost, but to play close and on top of the rock. This is Complexity, who have went from 2nd gear to 6th gear and fast. And this is all done to make sure Astralis cannot get any map control they need so bad to make the round work. Astralis are going 2 players in monster, 1 con and 2 middle. And here we can see Complexity has smoked off mid players, in hope that the mid player will tell the 3 other teammates to find an opening kill and walk right into Complexity's aggressive setup. And here a near fatal crash happens in con. Halsrock gets to the left side of con to be an off angle if Borup were to swing. But here Borup is smart and flashes. And why Halsrock do not turn is that he is afraid that Borup will peek right before the flash pops. So here when the flash pops, Halsrock will try to just get back to con stairs and here crashes into the side. And Borup, who could have gotten the opening kill and probably won the round for his team, opts to rather jump peek with his knife out and not gun so Halsrock can stay alive. Complexity know they need to get the sniper out, and going middle is out of the picture since Complexity has no info. So here, since the door is gone, a B player molotovs this corner while Halsrock smokes bottom con to then peek water and take control of it and get out of con alive and unseen. A leech finds 1 kill, and since Astralis always allows Stair to go solo long, he can't be traded and quickly Complexity has the man advantage, and this fast approach of the round has paid off. Complexity are now 2 players on A, but they are still split up with the leech on long and Grim next to Divider. And here a leech is dealt with, and this will force Grim to peek out, and when a leech dies, Grim is able to hear Astralis throw the smoke in utility.
That Complexity have taken aggressively. Even though Astralis have done the same, they've done even more.
Grim hears it close, but a leash dead. Perfectly timed peek, and that's a second. Grim.
And he uses this information to just guess that there will only be the players smoking, since one is long and one is probably deeper in toilet and more towards sight, to be able to peek off the smoke and flashes the Divider player are throwing. And here he finds 2 kills before Device can trade back from toilet. A hero peek from Grim. But it's not over. Halsberg misses a crucial kill, and the game is down to 2v2. And now it's anyone's game, so why are the AI saying it's a 30-70 in favor of Complexity? Is it biased? Or is it just a better analyst than me? Well, it's all about what the team has left. Complexity has 2 nades they can use to kill an Astralis player planting, but Astralis only has a flash left. As well as when it comes to site control, it's easier for Col to take it than Astralis to hold it. Both nades get used wrong by Complexity, and we can see the AI now saying Astralis is up 60-40. Since the only big advantage Cole had has been used. JT finds 1 kill but BlameF trades back, and in the 1v1, JT taps the bomb and BlameF goes to peek, and is met by JT. And with so low time, JT and Complexity has tied up the game.
That Complexity have taken aggressively. Even though Astralis have done the same, they've done even more.
Grim hears it close, but a leash dead. Perfectly timed peek, and that's a second. Grim trying to make the difference. But here you have it yet again. Device and BlameF in a clutch. No missed shot. And round 24 makes a world of difference. As all of a sudden, Floppy tries to come back up from dumpster. No one can stop this plant. It's safely tucked on truck. They go for the double nades on dice. Doesn't land. Floppy and JT from the depths of B into the A site retake. Wallbang off the mark. Device stoic on that plant, has Blame just back behind him, and as JT comes up the stairs, he gets the better of the headshot. BlameF leaning back with 2 kills already.
But it's planted truck.
Oh, no way! He gets the kill. JT, it's a fake. BlameF doesn't bite. 10 rounds in a row, or Astralis managed to end it, but he gets back on bomb, and we go OT!
Oh my god, they've made it. JT, 2 fakes, could have stuck it.
In overtime, Complexity snatched up 4 rounds and made Astralis just look dumb, and sent them down the lower bracket. But we need to remember, Astralis as a team will soon undergo massive changes, and while recording this, Jabbi and Stavn have officially signed, and Borup and Buzz is out of the team. So to see all of this is no surprise. And to see Complexity have the mental fortitude to do a comeback like this is insane, and congrats to them. It takes a proper good team to be able to do this. Thanks for watching, and there are 2 videos YouTube told me you would like. Bye.